Hello guys, welcome to week 4 of Real Talk for Real Moms. This is my friend Tracy. She and I have been blogging friends for a while, and we're going to talk a little bit about mom life with her and just kind of get her take on things. So we'll start it easy. Tracy, how many kids do you have?
I have two, Steven and Sadie. They're 14 and 11.
Oh my goodness, so you're more in the tween lifestyle at this point.
Yes, it's pretty, actually, it's scary. Yep.
At least you're honest. All right, what's the funniest thing each child has ever done?
Well, Steven, is when he was one of the funniest things that made us laugh the most when he was a baby, so he's not going to necessarily recall it, but we were at Disney in Epcot. My husband and I were cruising around the Food and Wine Festival, and we went into the family bathroom to change his diaper, and we changed his diaper, took his diaper off, and was done, and then stood him up to fix everything, and he obviously wasn't done yet, and he peed all over the bathroom, but at that point, you're trying to block it, and then you can't stop laughing we just made a huge mess. So that was hysterical for me and my husband. He doesn't remember it, or he wouldn't think it's that funny. My daughter, she's not my silly one. She's a little bit sassy and a little bit sweet all at the same time. So she's very good at comments on the sly. Like last week at dinner, she was talking to my husband about one of her teachers, and she's like, yeah, we're learning this, we're doing that, and my husband's like, okay, so, would you like to teach her? Yeah, he's really old, Dad, like you. I was like, wait a minute. So she gets in little comments like that you're not quite prepared for, and you're like, oh, wait. He's like, how old do you think I am? So, yeah.
1 second. Yes, love.
Yeah.
Yes. Eat the banana. Be happy with your life. Are these new? And she's gripping a banana like it's, life. And I'm like, it's yellow? Yep. It's fresh?
So go for it.
You're good. Like, it's not purple. All right. What would you say was the biggest surprise for you about motherhood at the beginning?
In the very beginning, I would say how lonely and scared and worried you are all at the same time. When they come home from the hospital, and actually even definitely the first couple months and past that even. So.
Now, did that change when you went from your first to your second? Was there different things that you learned with the second child versus the first?
Maybe you got a little bit more comfortable with it, but anybody, I was very fortunate in where I could stay home. But so you, instead of having one child that you can't talk to, then you then have two children that you can't talk to. So you have to get a little bit better about, making your friends and giving yourself your outs, even if the kids come with you, like mom groups and things like that. I learned a lot of value in that. Otherwise, you kind of go crazy.
That makes sense. All right. I have my notes on my phone, because if not, then I forget my questions.
That's okay.
All right. If you could change one thing about the culture of mothering, what would you change?
I would say that we really have to learn to stop being so judgmental. We have to stop comparing ourselves to other people and just be a little bit more friendly. Like, everybody's busy. Everybody's trying to get a million things done, and everybody's looking at everybody else to see what they have. So I think we really need to stop doing that and just, say hi a little bit more often, hold open a door a little bit more often, smile a little bit more often, because we've all been there, done that. I think we kind of lost touch with that.
What do you think is the hardest part of being a mom?
Worrying. I worry constantly. When they're little, I was scared to death that they would stop breathing, when they were sleeping. You're worried if they're choking on food. You're worried about this, that, and the other. And as they get older, I worry about, are their friends the right friends? Are they in the right schools? Am I giving them enough? Am I giving them too much? Are you giving them enough support? Are you giving them too little support? And then, everything from, are you holding them too close? You have to let them go a little bit. It's constant worrying.
I can understand that completely, especially now that I put one in school. When I didn't have her in school her whole life, I'm constantly like, okay, am I doing this right? When the school called me today because I had to go get her sick, they called me and I was like, okay, so tell me how this works, because I've homeschooled my whole life. Like, do I bring her back tomorrow? Like, how does this work? Because she had a fever. But I'm like, the fever might break overnight. And they're like, no, you can't bring her back. And, you know, so I had to learn. And so it's that constant, like, okay, how do I do this right? Like, no matter what stage of parenting you're in, there's this constant, how do I do it right? How do I make this work?
My mom told me once, she said, you know, you never stop worrying. She now just worries about bigger things. Like how I am with the grandkids. I know when I get married, you know, hopefully that you're happy with the person that you're married with. And my brother broke his leg a couple of years ago. I mean, and then there's the things where can he still pay for his house if he can't go to work? I mean, our worries just get bigger. Goes from, you know, worried about a fever to, you know, worried about mortgages and marriages.
I can't imagine. I don't even think in that realm yet.
I know.
Like, let's just stay with the young and fun right now.
Exactly.
All right. What would you say has been the biggest help for you as a mom?
Learning to lean on other people, for sure. Understanding that you can't do it all. I, you know, talk to my mom a lot, and then you talk to your friends a lot, and asking questions of them that normally that you wouldn't necessarily ask. You know, did your kid go through this? And I don't know what to do. I don't think I did that right. You know, I just grounded them for 2 weeks. What would you do? You know, things like that.
Yeah.
I'm understanding we're not all perfect, so.
I get that. When my son was little, my first was a girl. And so when I had him and we did the whole circumcision thing, I remember writing, like, what do I do with this thing? Like, I literally messaged that to a friend. I was like, what do I do with this thing? I don't have one and I don't know how to work it.
Exactly.
And I remember my aunt used to tell me, she'd be like, point the weapon down and all will be right with the world. But yeah, I get it. You know, there's that definite, like, hey, help, please, quickly.
Yep, and you learn to ask the hard questions. It's like, forget it, I'm not going to ask you how you fold your laundry. It's things like that you ask. You're like, I give up, I'm just asking somebody.
You have to, because it's overwhelming, or else you end up like me, calling the pediatrician and asking them if it was okay that your kid peed in his own eye. Because I did that, and they put me on a conference, like, line, and so that all of them could laugh at me in unison.
Fabulous.
It was good times as a mom, for sure. All right. If you could give one piece of mom advice, what would it be?
Oh, let's see. I would say definitely don't compare yourself to others and don't judge others. We really don't know what somebody else is going through at any given point in time. Maybe they had a bad mom day, and the constant comparing is hard and it hurts your heart in the end. And our kids really love us for who they are and who we are. So, you know, they don't want the neighbor's mom and dad. Well, at least not today.
Yeah, right. They might when they're grounded or, you know, whatever the case may be. All right.
Exactly.
So I mentioned at the beginning that you're a blogging friend. So tell my friends, tell everybody watching, where do you blog? What do you blog about?
I blog at Having Fun Saving and Cooking. It's just havingfunsaving.com.
Okay, what do you blog about?
I blog about mainly healthy, easy recipes, fun things to do around Tampa and Central Florida, some lifestyle mixed in there.
You'll need to check out her smoothie recipes, because her smoothie recipes are on point.
Yes. I do have a lot of those.
She has got every possible way you could do a smoothie. Some of them I've read, and I was like, you put a carrot in there? You put beets in there? Like...
The weirdest one for me is when I did the beets and avocados, but it actually was better than I expected.
See, I have to motivate myself to go there. I really do. But what I'll do is I'll throw links in the description so that people can find you. Other than that, thanks for taking time to talk to us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Have a good one.